Hi, I'm Jude, and I'm the founder of a website called Headphone.org. We are here at CanJam SoCal 2021, our first CanJam in a year and a half.
What does it mean to be able to, do this again in almost like a year and a half, 2 years almost?
Yeah, it means a great deal. I mean, I think a lot of people, if you've been down there, you know the attitude has been super duper positive. The energy has been very, very positive. We weren't sure how this was going to go over. It was after a year and a half and everything that's going on. The attitude of everybody there kind of reflects how I feel. Like we missed it a great deal, and we were just so wanting to get back to being able to have CanJam again. The exhibitors that couldn't make it, if you notice, there's I think several big exhibitors, but yeah, the exhibitors that came out just seemed so eager to do it, to be here. Like I said, I just feel like the energy from both the exhibitors and the attendees has been almost really universally positive. It's been great. I think the pre-registrations were higher than in 2019, so that was surprising. Obviously the exhibitor count is quite a bit lower than we're used to. I would say we're probably half the exhibitor space is filled, which maybe plays well for social distancing. If you notice, there's a lot of space around the exhibitors. Everybody seems to move comfortably around those spaces, so so I think from an attendance standpoint, it's been solid. Don't know the exact number yet, though. I guess we'll have to look at the end of that.
Were you nervous at any point that maybe this isn't going to work out, or did it,
Yeah. I mean, because the situation was changing so fast, and it is changing so fast, and so there were times that we weren't really sure that we were going to be able to do this, because it's also going to be based on what the rules were here. So given that we've had events with over 1,000 people, we had to assume that there could be 1,000 people here, so we had to operate under I think they call it the California Mega Event rule. I don't remember the exact name of it. And so, we thought if the regulations allowed us to do the event, we were going to do the event as long as we felt we could do it safely. We did it with the feedback and the input from a lot of the exhibitors. I don't know that we were able to talk to all of them ahead of the event, but we talked to many. So this one took a lot of planning and a lot of consideration, and a lot of doing. Certainly things that we've had to think about here that we didn't have to think about for any previous CanJam. We recently did videos on the Odyssey LCD5, the Stealth, the Mesa Elite, the Sennheiser IE900. I don't know if anybody has that here.
There was one here, yeah.
Is there one here? And I'm excited about all those products. So for me, those I was familiar with. I already knew that those were going to be here. Some of the things, I just listened now to Wells Audio, which is a tube amp, which kind of excites me because I feel like we've kind of moved away. If you've watched the CanJam preview video, we started it with a tube amp. And part of the reason that I did that is sometimes I think we're moving away from that for, I think it's all the wrong reasons. But anyway, I heard a couple of other amps and sound amps. One was another tube amp.
Nautilus?
Nautilus.
Yeah.
That's the one that had the very bright color.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that was something else because we tried a couple different headphones on that. That was very surprising. So that was a really good amp. So yeah, I think tubes are kind of what I want to kind of get back to. Actually, a lot of my favorite systems have tubes in them.
What can we look forward to, next for, if you want to talk about
Yeah, sure. I mean, the next one on the schedule, I think, is New York in February. And that's just, that's going to come down to, if we can do it. Same thing, all the same things that we had to deal with here, just depending on the circumstance in February 2022, which of course I think we all hope is better. Then New York would be next. I don't remember the exact schedule after that, but the international ones will probably have more considerations, right, than the ones that we're doing in the United States. So it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. As long as we feel we can do them safely, we're going to plan on doing every single show that you see on the schedule. If the regulations allow it and we feel we can do it safely, and the exhibitors and talking to them feel that we can do it safely, then we're gonna put on every single event on the schedule if we can.
What was the highlight about just this whole event for you?
Well, I mean, the spirit of it. just the happy, the level of happy here was probably as high as I've seen at any of our events. And I just think that comes from a year and a half of, what we've been dealing with and not having shows. I think a lot of people who are in the audio industry were really sad to see that Rocky Mountain Audio Fest, we used to be involved with Rocky Mountain Audio Fest very deeply, that they shut down completely. They're done. And so when you kind of have news like that, I think the audio enthusiasts, they're looking for a bright light. I hope this was a light, hopefully a bright light, but the attitude suggests it. So that's a big one. The seminars were fun. I got to sit on, I think, a couple of them. And so there's Dan Clark had a really nice one on headphone measurements and headphones. So that was good. And every single seminar that I saw was well attended. We had them socially distanced, so it was like half the seats as usual. So if you could pack half a house, you had a full house. But all the seminars were pretty packed. So that was groovy. Yeah, man, just the whole thing, the feel, the mood. And I can't wait to get back right down to it. I mean, it's fun being here with you guys, but I think you know it. The show has just been so groovy, yeah.